Welcome back, scary people, to the One Scary Woman YouTube channel, where you get to watch me make a feature film all the way from concept to completion this year. And also where you, if you follow along, are going to be well on your way to completing your own feature film if that's what you want. Now, next month, we are going to get down to the nitty-gritty of actually writing your screenplay. But for this month, when we're still talking a little bit about the concept phase and deciding which idea to move forward with, there's one more thing I want to mention, and that is the idea of testing what concepts you came up with so far. Now, it could be that you've come into this already knowing exactly what movie you want to make. So that is the case with me. I already totally knew what movie I'm going to make, and you're going to be hearing more and more about it in the coming months. But if instead you just came into this with a passion, knowing that you want to make a movie and you're not so sure which movie yet, then this is a good video for you to listen to. Now, you'll definitely want to go back if you haven't already and take a look at some of those brainstorming videos that we did before to help you brainstorm ideas. But then what do you do when you've brainstormed ideas? Maybe you have halves of ideas, but they're not quite yet put together. You can't quite yet decide, all right, which of these should actually get developed into a full-fledged story? Because of course, if you're going to move forward with it, you're going to be devoting a lot of your time to this in the coming years. So one option that you have is testing that idea. And I'm going to say with friends and loved ones, but I'll stress not just with friends and loved ones. So it's also very good to test your ideas out on people that don't have as much of a stake in your feelings, I'll put it that way, as perhaps friends and loved ones do, who might tell you that whatever idea you come up with is brilliant. But, perhaps some people that can be a little bit more impartial. So this might mean doing some kind of online poll with social media where it's more open. Or if you're not comfortable with that, this could also mean, seeking out some advice from other people that you may be connected to, sending them direct messages, maybe if they also work in this industry, just to get some feedback on some of the ideas that you're considering. Now, what I will say is if you have an idea that you know you love and that you're passionate about, I believe that will trump at the end of the day anything else, any other factors coming in. So don't let people dissuade you if you have an idea that you know you really want to move forward with. However, if you're lukewarm about your ideas and you start to test them with a couple different people and you're hearing back from everybody either that they don't quite understand or they don't think that they would sit and watch an hour and a half worth of whatever that idea may be, then it might be something to take into consideration. So it's sort of the same thing as when you reach out and get feedback on a screenplay. If one person says something, okay, maybe it's that one person's opinion, but if you test it with a couple people and everybody's saying the same thing, then you really have to go back and look at whatever that one particular thing is. So if you choose to go this route and just test your idea, again, I recommend you can either put it together as a poll. There are different options you can use if you don't want this to be public, where you can maybe just invite certain select people, or maybe on LinkedIn, your other social media, you can direct message someone you admire, maybe someone else who has worked a bit in this industry, or just anybody whose opinion that you would really value, and ask them to give you some feedback. Just let them know, hey, I'm in this process. I'm looking to make a feature film this year. Here are some of the ideas I'm considering. Which of these do you think would be most appealing to an audience or most appealing to you specifically? Once you get the feedback, you can decide how to move forward. And again, if you're in a position of just not knowing which idea to roll with, this can be something that helps you narrow it down. So I can remember years ago going through this process, I had 2 ideas in mind that I thought were absolutely brilliant, but I had 10 different ideas that I was testing. And the 2 that I thought were absolutely brilliant, the feedback that I really got was, that's kind of confusing. I don't know what that would be. That's a little strange, or, ooh, no, I don't want to watch that, was the, example that I got for one of them. But another one actually really emerged that most people were very interested in it. And, that one went on to be pretty successful. So this is a process that can be worth doing. I know it can be a little scary to put yourself out there, but of course it is a part of this process sometimes. And again, if you already have an idea that you feel very passionate about, my main advice is to stick with what you feel passionate about. This is just one road you can take to help you narrow down if you need to narrow down. All right, remember to like and subscribe. Feel free to put down in the comments any questions that you might have about this process, and I'll see you in the next video.